Happy Friday! We made it! Woohoo!
Yeah!
Hey, Crow, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Better. The week is over. I survived. It was close, but I survived. How about you? How was your week, my man?
It was very stressful, but like you said, I made it through it. I survived, and looking back, it was a good one. It was great.
Hey, any week you can survive, that's a good week in my book.
Right?
Yep. So who we got tonight? We got Lynn, love you. Welcome to the party. Crow, my man, brother, where are you? You should be up here with us, hanging out. So I know you got a link. I know there's no, well, I don't know. He might not have his hair done, or maybe the cat won't let him, or I don't know. Giving you hell, buddy. Whatever you want to hop in, brother, you're always welcome. And Amin, welcome to the show. Good to have you with us. Hi, Amin. And yes, it's party time. Time to have some fun. So, like we're saying, yeah. Okay, let me start again. Hello, my name is Jim. Thank you for coming to the show. Yeah, it's been one of those days, can you tell? And I was working with electricity today. Oh, yeah. I didn't die. That's a win. Hi, Mom. Welcome. So, as you guys know, Freaky Friday is all about just surviving the week, talking about, hey, whatever we want to talk about, having fun and just celebrating. Because you know what? Sometimes surviving a week can be a challenge, especially to make it through without getting fired, firing someone else, having some tragedy or whatever, and just getting through it and letting go. Because that's what we got to do. We got to let go of these situations. And that's one of the biggest things. I know, Crow, you and I talked last weekend about this when you were over here, is, as you guys know from the last stream, Hi Mouse, Crow got a promotion to Kiwi, which is what I was on the electrical crew. And I could tell that, I think it was Saturday, wasn't it? When I'm like, dude, when you walk out the door, you got to leave it at the door because you bring it home with you. And that is a really important trait. And a lot of us forget that. We take our work home with us, and then first thing we have to do is kind of vomit everything out to the family. And that's a good thing. Get it off your chest and then wash it away. Forget about it. Don't let it affect you. Don't even think about it. Just not my job. Now, of course, if you're a business owner, you can't do that. It sticks with you forever. So Lynn says, hi, Mouse. Mouse. Hey, Mouse.
Huh? She's not having it, I guess.
Nope, she's not having it. But no, that's a really valuable lesson. And I think that's one that a lot of us forget to really take to heart, is that our job is just what we do for a living. And at any point in time, if we don't like it, we're free to change it. In fact, Crow was reading a quote out of a book, Illusions, which I've given hundreds of copies away. And I know that came out of Illusions. So, Crow, why don't you read that quote again for us?
Now I got to find it again.
You lost it. Nice going. This is why we can't have nice things. I was going to put you center stage too, but now that screwed it all up. That's why we can't have nice things. Done screwed it up. But no, really. Hey, Day 5, my man. Welcome to the party, brother. Chucky's in the house. He's got the hammer. He's got the hatchet. He's going to take out whoever is messing with us. So, trolls, you're welcome to come in. Hit the thumbs up on your way through. That'd be great. But if you start screwing around, Day 5 will give you the band hammer and kick you back out again. And that's cool. Okay, so what was that quote, Crow?
Okay, so from Illusions, again. You are led through your lifetime by the inner learning creature, the playful spiritual being that is your real self. Don't turn away from possible futures, before you're certain you don't have anything to learn from them. You're always free to change your mind and choose a different future or a different past.
Well said. And that's a pretty deep contemplation to really think about, is you can change your future. The changing your past part, that's interesting. I've never quite grasped that one. I've spent literally decades trying to figure out that particular quote about changing the past. But changing your future, that's one thing that I have preached to everyone I know. That, you know what, at any point in time in your life, if you're not happy, if you don't feel you're learning or growing or striving, change it. And that has to do with jobs, relationships, cities you live in. Take your pick. If you're not truly happy with it and it's weighing you down, cut it loose. Whatever it is, if it's not healthy, cut it loose.
Amen.
Excellent. And speaking of, Lynn asks, Crow, do you need a couple of media cabinets?
I don't even know what a media cabinet is.
It's what we took the chessboards out of over the weekend.
Oh, probably.
They're still sitting in the driveway. So we're going to do a giveaway, a free giveaway. If you want them, Matt, I'll keep them for you. As many of you know, I've been doing remodeling for like, I don't know, the last month. And it started out with completely ripping the bathroom down to nothing but studs. Floor joists, ceiling joists, yeah, bare nothing. Went through new floors, new walls, insulation, everything across the board, plumbing. And it's up to the point of drywall and tape and texture. And I hate tape and texture, so I'm kind of putting it off. I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there. It's horrible. But that's what the cabinets are. So Crow was over here. We emptied out these cabinets that I collect chess sets. And we pulled all those out, boxed them up for now. Got a new bird cage, which is even bigger. So birdies are happy. But now we got these cabinets in the driveway, and they got to go somewhere. So Crow, looks like you're getting you some furniture, buddy.
That's never ending.
Do you still need furniture?
Not really.
Okay,
I
then
mean,
you don't.
I think I have a place to put them.
You want them there yours? If not, that's fine. They're going to the Goodwill. And so Ubonks just did the drawing. Let's see. And guys, if you haven't been watching Ubonks' show, definitely check it out. I know he's never on time, and we love him for that. But runs an animal sanctuary down in Florida. Great guy, and he's also my mentor. And a guy who really strives and pushes me to do my best here and be a content creator. So thanks to his inspiration, motivation, he's always pushed me to be the best I possibly can be. And Crumb says, bring me up, Serenity. You're late, Crumb. That's why you've been setting a timeout for the last 2 minutes. Crumb, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good, my man. Yeah, I saw you down there. I was like, oh, I'm keeping him time out. You're late. And your camera's not on. What the hell?
Yeah, I was like getting it set up and stuff. And then, just my cats were being little shits and stuff. And I was like, probably just turn it off for now.
Come on, turn the camera on. We got to see your beautiful hair. Some of us are jealous of your hair. We don't have hair.
Well, I don't have like a proper like mic or cam setup, so I just use my phone. So if you want to look at my ceiling and my forehead, then like for sure. But it's not the best view.
Okay, so we're gonna start a charity cause to get Chroma camera. Yes.
I have never found it like a necessity, so I've just never really spent the time or effort to like look for one or get one. I probably could, but I just I don't care that much.
That's fair. Okay. Besides, it's Friday, man. We don't care. We're sitting here. We're having fun, having a ball. And so, we don't have to be super fancy. And as I always say, show up, pour yourself a drink, kick your shoes off, grab a vape, a smoke, whatever. Kick back, relax, enjoy. And we're just going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. And, whatever comes up, it comes up. And if it don't, it don't. And if you got questions, comments, or you want to throw something in the chat, hey, we'll chat about that. So anything you want to know, it's Friday night. There is no necessary taboo. Although I was talking to Ubonks on his stream, and he was saying that because he mentioned certain events occurring in the world in different countries and stuff, and he talked about one of those, they actually banned his, or they demonetized his video. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, so I guess there's some key words you just don't want to mention when it comes to not getting demonetized.
Right. It's like the same ones you don't say over the phone, or the CIA shows up at your door. And...
Yeah. So don't say this on live stream or any social media, anything right now if you want to stay fucking relevant and make money.
Exactly. But then at the same time, yesterday, and I didn't go check into it, it was just something came across my phone, said somebody posted something, I think it was on Twitter somewhere. It said, I found actual porn on YouTube. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
okay, so you can watch porn on YouTube, but you can't talk about events that are occurring in the world.
Yeah, there's there's a lot of stuff you can get away with as long as it's labeled as educational. There was there was this one video, man, it was a bad one. It was this dude, this gay man, and he made a video, and it was how do you guys know what Nair cream is? Like Nair, Nair?
Yeah, isn't that the hair removal stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he made a video on YouTube.
Oh no.
Describing and explaining and a visual explanation on how to Nair your brown hole down there.
Oh, no, thanks. Pass.
Yep.
Ow. What?
Full shot. And he said, here's a reference shot of beforehand, just so you know. And it was full on sunshine right in the camera.
So this is how we're starting Freaky Friday.
Yep, we've already gone down the rabbit hole. This is more floating down the gutter.
Yeah, this is
What
definitely
in the
gutter.
hell is happening? So
So
it's
as
really
long
interesting.
yeah, as long as it's labeled as like educational, you can get away with quite a lot of stuff.
That's insane. Yeah, well, it's just ew. Yeah, man, I agree. That's nuts.
Yeah,
Dave
not
says,
something.
all right, see you later.
Yeah,
Dave, I don't blame you.
no,
We're changing topics real quick because yeah, that's oh god.
yeah, I thought that was like a pretty crazy one. It like got spread around. A lot of people were memeing it, like joking about it, and like trolling people, saying, "Hey, check this out." But anyway, thought I would bring that up.
So back to the camera subject. The reason the
Back
reason
to
I
cameras.
have one is because at the end of my school year, I have to sit there in front of a camera to take my test because they have to see that I'm not cheating.
Oh, you don't do it like in person?
Fuck no. Why would I leave the comfort of my home to go to a facility, drive there? Because I live out in BFE, so I gotta drive someplace to take it when I could just take it at home.
Ah, okay. For me, there's like schools all nearby, so it's all done in school.
Wait, there's schools?
Yeah,
What's school?
electrical.
We're supposed to go to school for that shit? Oh man, now you tell me.
No, I
Oh,
don't
wait a minute.
That's my
I don't-
problem.
participate in the Zoom meetings or anything like that, or go to the classes. I just sit there and they give me a chapter and like, we're doing chapter 7 today, and I sit there and I read the chapter 2 times or 3 times, however long it takes to learn it. Then I take the assignment and bada bing, bada boom.
Wait, what's this for?
Electrical.
It is for electrical? Damn. Dude, what the fuck? For me, it's all in person.
It's because they don't trust you Canadians. You guys are shady. You're gonna make sure you show up. Somebody to
Yeah.
do your homework for you.
We got like facilities, schools, like all sorts of shit nearby.
I like how you say that. Facilities.
Yeah,
Hmm.
quote unquote facilities.
That sounds kind of sketchy there. Okay. And
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. I'm
Bonnie
surprised.
says-
You're lucky.
she thinks she hears a cat meowing. That's got to be you, Chrome. I'm guessing.
It could be, yeah. He's on my chest right now. He's
Yeah,
being
it's
kinda
probably you.
cute.
Crow doesn't own a cat, and I don't have any cats in the studio with me, so yeah, it's got to be you, buddy. That's okay. Hi, Kitty. What's Kitty's name?
Binu.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like Tupi and Binu. Here, I'll type
Okay, you
it.
gotta explain that one. What the hell is that?
You know, here I'll link it in the chat real quick.
Binu. Okay.
One sec. Yeah, that's his name.
Okay.
Bean.
Yeah, I'm so waiting to hear the story of Bino. I mean, my cats have very specific names.
So
due to
is
their
my dog.
personality. That's not a dog. That's a horse. Come on, man.
So, speaking of that, I watched the video on, I think it was TikTok recently, and it was this lady sitting in a horse stables. She was laying down, the horse was there, and she was like talking to the horse and stuff, and the horse just grabbed the horse's head and like laid it right on her chest. I was like, oh, my dog does that. Wait, maybe my dog is a horse.
Dog is a horse, of course. Okay.
Wait, how do you like link it in the chat?
You have to actually do it through YouTube, where you can put it in private chat, and I can link it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the Wikipedia link for Tupi and Binu. So
Okay, cool. That works. Bino has a loud voice. Yes, Bino is very vocal. You like Bino. Hi, Bino.
yeah, he's meowing a lot right now. He's trying to get to his food. He constantly acts like he's starving, but he's just a good actor.
Dayfi, send it to Dayfi. He will post it for us. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I always love to learn something new. So, speaking of something new, guys, got a new perception for you today, just to have a little bit more fun. So, you guys saw from a distance. Now let's bring you up close and see what it looks like on the flip side. There you go. So now you can see exactly what it is if you were over
Ooh.
into the monitor. There you go. See? You can see more of the studio now.
Damn.
And want to give a shout out to my wife, who always gives me these amazing plaques. Here, I'll hold up that one. So, every story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. And so I've got these cool little sayings and plaques. They motivate me and keep me inspired and all the thing. And so they're everywhere. She keeps bringing these home. I always have, and I always will. And it's the little things. And that's the one thing that, people don't realize is sometimes the littlest things in the world can mean so much to somebody. And we never really think about how much of an effect we have on people.
I still have the plaque you gave me, the big one, hanging right above my TV. So if I'm sitting there watching TV and my eyes stray for even a second, it just always hits that little plaque.
Nice.
It's not little. It's actually pretty freaking large.
Of course, we don't do anything small in this house, man. Come on. So, and by the way, you guys requested, yes, I do have googly eyes for a future stream, but we didn't get the headband made. Mom's got them down there. She's going to make it like transparent headband. So I can put the camera behind me and we can have the googly eyes talking the whole show. Great.
I'm going to get so motion sick.
Why is it moving so much? I do tend to move a lot. And, that's something really interesting. As a content creator, part of my job, of course, is always recording, doing things like that. But watching all these videos, learning about how to do the job better, things like that. And a lot of it is, don't close yourself off, keep your hands open, express yourself, things like that. And it's one of those where when I'm going through editing, I realize just how much I move around. Like, oh my God, how do people not get motion sickness watching me? Because I'm always, it's really wild.
Yeah,
do I do that all the time, Crow?
I have trouble standing still. I can't. You're asking about yourself, though?
Yeah. Well, yours is drugs. We know that. No, I'm kidding. It's because you're like 60 pounds soaking wet heist drug.
I need my fix. I need my fix.
There you go. Have a drink. You'll be fine.
So, for those of you who haven't played a bunch of the Call of Duty games and the zombie games, there's this perk you can get in the game called Death Perception. And when you get it, it shows everything you can loot as like a red outline. You can see it through walls and buildings up to a certain distance. And you can see like zombies and stuff. And so randomly we'll get this perk called Death Perception, and we start calling it drugs because you go to certain buildings and just everything is red, and all you see is red, and you're like,
Yeah, it makes Call of Duty psychedelic. And the first time I got it, I thought it broke something. Like, why is everything screwed up? What's wrong with my graphics card? And because I'm running at this house and there's all these red things, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And of course, Crow and Horatio, they're like, oh, it's just the drugs you take. It's like, I didn't take any. Maybe I should. Man, this is cool stuff. And for the first couple times, it really screwed me up because there was so much red and so many things on the screen. I couldn't even tell what was coming at me. And it was wild. But then I got used to it, and I was like, okay, I can stand back and look at a building. It's like X-ray vision. Like, okay, there's a good box over there. Okay, let's go to the second floor.
But some of those buildings that just have so much of them, it's like, there's too much. I'm good.
Yeah, it's all red. Screw it, I'm leaving. And Dave Price says he needs to sign. Needs to sign his yard that says "fuck around and find out." Hell yeah! And that's the great thing about being part of Gen X is that's our mentality. Go ahead, fuck around and find out. You will see what happens in our world.
That's pretty true.
It really is. And I was having a conversation the other day. My brother and his wife came over, and Mom was there, and each of us are different generations. So you had my mom, my older brother by 10 years, then me and the wife, and then the kids. And so we have like 4 different gens. And it's like, what is this one called? And Mom was like, what's my gen called? And I said, prehistoric. She didn't laugh that much. Everybody else did. Thought it was great.
Somewhere I have the picture of we're sitting there for a birthday party, and there's Jim sitting on this couch, and someone got like a Hello Kitty shirt is what it was,
right?
And he had like wrapped it around his neck like I can't even think, it was like a sweater, and then he wrapped socks, and he made a bandana out of like Hello Kitty socks, and he was just sitting there just like. And I pulled my phone out, and I was like, picture. No, for later.
Perfect. Oh, I do some of the stupidest things on the planet, I swear. I'm a Toys R Us kid, absolutely, and I refuse to grow up. And that's my motto. I may have to grow old, but I do not have to grow up. And so Wild Angel asks, depth or depth perception? It's called depth perception, DEPTH. and it does. It lets you see through the buildings. It's freaking wild. And Dayfly says that sounds like it'd get really annoying, and it did. It's very frustrating to the point where literally you're running through the map, and every perk is supposed to give you kind of almost a superpower. It gives you a boost of some type. And anytime I see that, I'm like, hey, yeah, nope, thanks, I'll pass. I will take anything else, but I will not take that thing because it just screws me up. Absolutely insane. So speaking of games, Dayfly, did you ever get a chance to play Dead by Daylight? Did you ever get the Chucky knife and go after people? Wait till he responds in the chat there. You missed that one, Chrome. You weren't here for when Chrome and I were playing that, were you?
I was in the audience. I was hanging
Okay.
out for a bit. Yeah, I did check it out a little bit.
Did you? What'd you think of
did.
it?
I think it's pretty cool. I played some Dead by Daylight back when it first came out, like however many years ago that is now. I haven't played in like a long time
It
now.
has changed so freaking much since
Dude,
the
that was like-
original release.
I was like, man, I'm gonna hop on Fortnite because I haven't played it in like 5 years since it like first came out, basically. And because they brought like the OG map back, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll check this out. And I loaded into it, and it was just like entirely different, just a completely different game than what I remember from however many years ago now. I was like, oh my god, like what the I was like, I'm lost, completely lost.
So you had a better coming back experience than I did. So I hadn't played the game for like a year or 2 years or however long I hadn't play. And Jim was playing, and my supervisor, Dan Finnegan, he was also playing. So it was the three of us. And they're like, come on, you gotta come and play with us. You know, we won a third. And I was like, cool. So I hopped in. I hadn't played the game in years. And Jim had this emote where he would sit in a chair. And so like every match lobby, Jim would sit in this chair. Just because. Well, my supervisor, who's an asshole, Dan Finnegan, told me, I was like, oh, by the way, this is something new that's changed. Every pre-match lobby, there's a secret chair that you can find, and it gives you a 10% speed boost. I was like, no fucking way. He's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I gotta find this chair. And so every pre-match lobby, I'm looking for this goddamn chair. And Jim is always in it. And like, no matter what, like, I could load in before him, look for the chair, he'd be in it. I never saw him do the sitting down animation. Oh, it drove me insane. Then near the end of the night, he just goes, by the way, there is no chair. I was like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
dude, I was so freaking mad.
Oh, we're evil.
hilarious.
It was a blast. But it was funny because every time a match would load up, I'd wait till I saw Crow go around the corner. He's looking the other way, and I'd grab the chair and sit down real quick on it. And like, ah, found the chair. It's like, no, how come you? And he was getting all kinds of bent out of shape. It was great. And yeah, we just kept teasing him. We played, I don't know, 8 or 10 games. And everyone,
funny.
like, yep, found the chair. And
So-
or I'd wait a little bit and I'd run around. It's like, maybe it's over here. And I'd run behind a bush. And, yep, found it. And I'd sit down real quick. And he'd come around the corner. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, Jeff.
You did one inside of a bush. I remember that one. I was like, why the fuck is it there?
I don't know.
Trolling him. That's hilarious.
Oh, bad.
We were having fun.
You poor
Dayfly says,
guy.
no, didn't get a chance. Okay.
You poor guy. That's so funny.
You poor-
So, yeah, Dayfly, it might be one you enjoy just because I always see Chucky. And since they just brought Chucky into the game, I thought that might be a perfect fit. And if you're into horror movies and gameplay, it's a great combination. Really puts two together. Has a lot of fun. But, Chrome, now, have you been playing any of the new Call of Duty?
No, I don't play. I haven't played Call of Duty since I think MW 2019. I think that was the last one that I bought and I played a lot. So that was, 4 years ago now, I think. So
See, now 4 years ago, you should have been studying crypto, man. That way you would
I
have been right at the
know.
beginning of the bull market. See?
brother, oh trust me, I wish if I could go back in time, I'd be slapping myself silly. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of spending all that time and money on dumb shit like that, yeah, oh bro, I'd probably be so. Yep. It's funny though, because I was actually looking back at like some of my old stats, like on, I think it was on PlayStation. I was looking back at some of my old games and stuff like that. I was like, the good old days, the good old times, back like 6 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's funny. I was thinking the other day of a conversation I had with someone, and I remember this specifically. It's back when I had my company, Vapology, and I stood there and I argued with her. Said, "Okay, why in God's name anybody buy an imaginary coin, Bitcoin thing, for $800 a piece that you can hold in your and you can't even hold it in your hand? That's just stupid. That was my exact phrase. And to this day, I still like, what was I thinking?
What the fuck are you thinking? Yeah,
Right. $800. I remember that because, yeah, it was like at some peak or some news article. So I'm like, why would anybody do this? This is dumb. Like, ooh, boy, don't I feel like an asshole.
Man, yeah, back then I probably spending that much money on just all sorts of stupid stuff, especially like games and things like that. Easily could have bought a few Bitcoin back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back then I would have went down to jackpot or whatever and $500, for the weekend or whatever, playing casinos, slot machines. Like, big deal, whatever. And I started thinking about that, and now I was like, man,
yeah,
what's I thinking?
The regret, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of casinos, I can't wait till they open the one in Mountain Home.
Yeah, when's that supposed to happen, by the way, Crow?
I think they just got their permits and they just they're scoping out the place and trying to get the floor plan stuff and ready, all that fun stuff.
So, Crow, I'm gonna tell you the end of the movie here. The house always wins.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But in crypto, that's not the case. See, that we are the house, so therefore we have the chance to win.
Well, you're not always the house.
In the good projects, how's that?
Yeah.
In the good ones. So, speaking of that, I just heard today that MDB literally just got absorbed into Foxify. You guys hear about that?
I did see an announcement about that. I did. Yeah,
Alex was talking about that, and it's great because MDB is not one I'm into. It's one I researched a little bit in the beginning. It's like, I think I'll pass on this one. And so once I'm not involved in one, I kind of just forget about it. Okay,
yeah.
But yeah, Alex brought that up, and he was telling me that he's got 11 NFTs and a good sized bag and everything else. And he just literally woke up one day. I was like, guess what? There's no more MDB. Merry Christmas. I was like, what?
Man, what the hell?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it's really interesting to think about. And that's one of the biggest reasons why on our Rags to Riches, we talk about we avoid anything that's a lock stake. Not that staking is bad, but anything that you have to lock up for a period of time, it's almost like central exchange. You're giving somebody else total control, and whatever they decide to do, they decide to do. So, when you're doing your research, when you guys are out there checking these projects out, if they start talking about lock stake, remember during that time frame, they can do whatever they want with those tokens. So, make sure that you know what you're doing before you jump into them.
Yeah, see, for that type of stuff, usually you want to be more of a bigger player. That's why, with voting escrow stuff, you're always locking a position, getting an NFT or, yada yada. And usually, if you're smart and you only have a couple $1,000, you're not going to do that. You're way better off having that capital on hand versus locking that up. But if you have, hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're like, fuck, I'll lock away 10K for however long. If it works, it works. It doesn't. Then you're like, yeah, fine, go for it. But yeah, when you're a smaller player, you don't want to be messing around with locking. You're just going to be losing money most of the time, unless you get lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a big gamble there. I mean, it's one of those lock it away, and we've seen a lot of that, especially over the last year and a half. Is as the bull market was coming down, a lot of projects were still launching, and so people were putting money into them, and they were bleeding down. Some of those were NFT projects. Some of them were something where you would buy and every month you're supposed to get returns, and those returns kept dropping, and they're like, oh, we're still building. And they've been building for the last year and a half. Now, some of those could absolutely skyrocket. A lot of them just fell by the wayside. I know I have several NFTs that they were supposed to be either giveaways or, weekly returns, something like that. And they just faded to nothing.
Yep. Yeah, that's it's very much gambler's paradise with NFTs and stuff. It's either gonna make it or break it, and 99% of the time it's gonna break and it's not gonna go anywhere. So you're really just gambling when you're buying NFTs. That's basically it.
That's true. And I don't know, I see that NFTs are starting to be more dynamic. I mean, now you got airline tickets that are NFTs, you got concert tickets. A lot of different things are moving into the digital age. So it's going to be real interesting what happens during the next bull market. I think we're going to see a lot of evolution.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that's definitely worthwhile because especially you know, a physical ticket, it's really cool to have and stuff, but they also like wear down over time. Like, you know, if you don't like, I guess like seal that thing up in some resin or something, you know, like it's going to degrade over time. Like it's going to wear and tear, but at least with like an NFT, that shit's there forever. The exact same, always. And you can always just go look back at it too and be like, oh yeah, I own this fucking airline ticket to Florida or something, like, you know.
Right.
From whenever, yeah.
I have
So I
this
think that's
jacket,
pretty cool.
and it was had a really cool inspirational quote on it. It was like something to the effect of, "Stand up for what you believe in, even if you stand alone."
Well
And
said.
it had a big, huge, cool picture of one of my favorite characters from a TV show, and I actually went and got signed by the voice actor for that character.
Who is it?
And it's I can't remember the voice actor, but it's Kirito from SAO.
Cool.
Don't know if that goes over people's heads, but that's who it
Not a clue.
was.
Yeah, probably would go over a lot.
But I had it signed on the shoulder, and over the years, it's faded to practically nothing now.
Yep. It sucks. It's like the one crappy thing, but if that were digital, it would be
Oh,
there
yeah.
forever.
But then I couldn't
There
wear
you
it, so.
But you also, yeah. Well, yeah. You could print it like a million times and then wear it forever, but
How are you gonna wear a digital jacket?
print it like on a t-shirt.
Ah,
Make it a real jacket.
Like, wait a minute. How are you gonna? Huh? Okay. Back on this bus. Sorry, I fell off for a second. I'm back.
That's all.
Actually, I was thinking about because you were talking about that, and there's a side job I did about a year and a half ago, and it was this older couple, really nice couple, nice house, and they wanted some electrical work done. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem, I can do that. And I was walking through their basement after looking at the kind of box and all that, and I passed this room and I saw these records on the wall. I kind of stop and I turn, look, I'm like, huh. Okay, and I start looking around. They're all the Neil Young records, every single one of them. And the wife's like, yeah, my husband's a big fan of Neil Young. I was like, okay, cool, me too. Not a huge fan, not epic fan or anything, but like a lot of the songs, a lot of the messages and stuff. And so the husband comes down, he walks me through this room, and he's got these like the old little round bar tables that you would sit at a bar stool and stuff. He's got like 3 of those, and on each one is a sheet of glass. And under that sheet of glass is all these countless concert tickets dating all the way back to like 67 or something. And he went to pretty much, I think he said, every single concert Neil Young ever performed. Absolutely insane. And so I was saying, how would you do that in an NFT? You'd have to print it and do something like that. But that was one of the coolest experiences. Well, then, so she remembers that job. Yeah, that was absolutely wild. Because he had every single record Neil Young ever did. And a bunch of them were signed by Neil Young, too. And yeah, they said they went all over the world. And they went to literally every concert. So
that's crazy. That's actually nuts.
That's a super fan right there.
Yeah, super fan for sure. Holy shit.
Right. But you start thinking about what that collection's worth now. I mean, man, you find another fan. Yeah, every one of these vinyls, some of them still brand new in the sealed container. It's like if you went and found the White Album for the Beatles.
Yeah.
That would be insane. That's retirement fund right there.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Yeah, especially over time, man, that's crazy. That's a crazy collection. Some people will definitely spend a lot of money to buy that off of you. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Cyril, how you doing, brother? Hop on up here, my man. You got a link? You jump in a crash party. Always welcome, my man. This is Chrome. Yes, Chrome finally showed up. He doesn't have his camera on because he didn't do his hair or cat. I don't know why. And just a little bit messy, a little bit busy. I even warned you to do your hair today. Come on. Yeah, man. I did my hair. See? I just need like a nice little corner in my place that I can keep perfect all the time, set up for like maybe like a closet. I don't know. Go in the closet. Set myself up. Chrome, have you looked at the back of Crow's background? Yeah, no, it's good. It didn't get much more ghetto than that. I love you, Crow. But yeah, that is the most ghetto studio I have ever seen in my life. But you know what? That's okay. It's Friday. We don't give a shit. We keep it real. We have fun. We could care less who you are, what you do. Just glad you're here with us. Man, we need that Serenity setup. I need something like that. There you go. That'd be so awesome. There you go. So we'll do the backstage.
you guys aren't probably aware of what his desk is. It's like if I remember correctly, it's an old door.
Oh, big
Yeah.
space though. That's pretty big.
That spans from one end to the other end of the room.
Yeah.
Well, it used to. I cut it down when I moved to rearrange the studio.
Oh, he
So,
cut down the door. He
did.
whipped out the sawzall and he said, "All right, we're cutting a few feet off."
Yep. It's a solid core door that I got from some office building somewhere that closed down. And
Is it like a wooden door? Or like what kind of door is it?
There you go.
Okay. Is it nice and flat though? Like it's nice and surfaced?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally sealed up and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go. That's
That's
what it
actually
looks
pretty
like
good.
from my side. There you go.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's a
So that's what I
nice
see,
door.
guys. Oh, my supervisor fell down.
Oh,
He's
no.
fired. Where'd he go?
Just
Here,
fired.
supervisor. Oh, he went all the way down. Back up here. There we go. Supervisor. Back to work. Oh, it's because I changed monitor settings around. That's what it was. Okay.
Oh, hand.
All right.
Yeah, and
Oh, my name is Jim. I'll hook it to this ring light. And yes, I have a crap load of lights, guys. And that's what's really weird about this, because if you look at the main camera, you would think it's a pretty dark room, right? But no, I've actually got 3 lights. Well, 3 here. Then I've got another one reflecting up off the ceiling over in that corner.
Huh.
Just to give that red glow on the backdrop. Which one? There we go. Then I've got string lights up top.
Huh.
So yeah, and then a big green light back there. So I've got like 5, 6 lights plus. Looking below, I've got 2 floor lights, one there, and one back here.
damn, your electric bill hates you.
You have no idea.
It's a good thing I know a good electrician, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Just says can't really see straight right now, so I think I'll stay down here for them. You're totally cool, Sarah, man. Just glad to hear, brother. This is working into comments. All right, yeah. Work away, my man. Keep the comments going, guys. And
Yeah, if he's feeling better, he can take my spot soon. I'm probably gonna jump off pretty quick because I gotta hop on a call with Crip and go over a few things. So
nice.
be a little bit busy, but got a few more minutes.
Speaking of that, what can you tell us? So, for those who don't know, Chrome is one of the team founders of Collective Finance. And so it's a project I've covered extensively in the past, and that kind of went quiet, dormant. Still got our C Gold, still holding there. Still got an NFT, still waiting to do something with that. But what have you guys been doing? So what kind of alpha can you share with us, Chrome?
Yeah, so I can probably share like a little bit right now. We've just been working on a lot of redesign and rework to better fit like what we're trying to build, because like we kind of got stuck in a shitty spot where with like our websites and stuff like that. So we're kind of just reworking a lot of it to be a lot better upgradable and edit capability, I guess would be the word, so that we can, further continue to like add stuff, remove stuff, and do things and go along just where it was, like where it's at. Like currently, like with what you see, it's not easy to do all that. We're kind of got cucked on that part. So yeah, we're just working on reworking a lot of the stuff, making it a lot more functionable and better for us, and then also for the end user at the end game. And then keeping up with the connections and stuff on the back end. We've been looking into some different things, different like actual proper investments, like not just DeFi investments or crypto investments, but real world stuff, real world shit that can actually provide. That's good. So just nice. lots of different things.
Okay, nice. And so if anybody's curious, I will put this link here, and that's what the website looks like currently.
Yeah, that's our D app. So everything looks great. Like it's I love the way it looks. It's fantastic. But for future progress, it's gonna be an issue. So that's what we've been focusing on.
Is it okay? Now let me ask you. So there's some things, of course, here that still aren't working. Now I know there's plans to get those up and running sooner. Is that part of the problem we've run into, or?
Yeah, exactly. Like we wanted to, start doing other stuff, but when we tried to do more stuff with the website, we came across some issues. So we're like, well, this is not going to work out the best. So we just said, yeah, let's just redo it properly from the ground up. That way it has like just everything that we need. So there's also something coming with that, with the new website that's like fully functional, and it's ours that we own, and it's related to DeFi and crypto stuff. I mean, some people might be able to figure it out, but
keep going. Nobody's
be,
here but us, man. It's Friday. You can tell us. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess I can. I can probably say it, but we're gonna have our own wallet. Yeah,
I know that was mentioned before. Cripzom had hinted at that a while back.
Yeah, so that's coming with everything. So that's what a lot of the stuff we've been working on. Shit's expensive, takes a long time, and then integrating it with a website, D-app, blah 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 blah, making sure everything looks fucking epic. And it's gonna be like a badass website, like where it's like a huge upgrade that we're doing. It's actually insane. It's gonna be like a I don't even know what the word is, but like an institutional level website, I guess. It'll be really cool.
Impressive. Sounds impressive. Now, is it going to have the same front end vulnerability that I hear is floating around out there? Like Trader Joe just got hacked. So,
oh no, they have like a smart contract issue, like nothing like that. No. You're not really like, the only smart contracts you're interacting with us is like minting and redeeming, and then if you want to go buy, then you have to interact with the DEX, but like, so it would be dependent on the DEX that you go to buy the tokens itself, but there's probably not much of a worry.
Okay, so are we looking at a new DEX perhaps? Because I know Cyril sent you some dirty messages the other day.
Yeah, no, not off the bat. But we're always open to looking for different DEXs. Anybody that's interested, or is actually has a solid team and everything. There's just lots of I don't know, I don't want to like say bad things about people, but there's lots get yourself in trouble. Yeah, there's lots of good people, and then there's lots of bad people, and we're looking for some nice good people. I'll say that. So
well, if I ever find any, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
or knows I'm not one of them.
But yeah, we're always going to be looking for different DEX options, because like, as we said, we want to have it basically everywhere, accessible all over the place, every chain, every network, any place that's comfortable for somebody. You just make it super easily accessible would be one of the end goals.
Nice. Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot of things coming across my phone talking about gold and digital market, things like that. And so I didn't know how that was affecting collective finance, if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh yeah, it's really good. With lots of the connections that I've been making, lots of the people that I talk to and stuff, it's like everybody has got a super positive outlook on commodities, precious metals, and all sorts of stuff for the future. Real world assets, everything like that. Everything real world asset. That's the next trend, is what a lot of people are speculating. So
yeah, I think its next evolution definitely is because up until this point, it's always been the digital assets and then the real world. And there's been very little bridging where you can utilize them in both. And I think that's where we're going to see a huge improvement in that bridge process.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's, where kind of like the actual utility comes in with real world stuff, where, we just talked about with like plane tickets and movie tickets and just all sorts of stuff that you can actually have physically, but also have representation of digitally, that is, either backed 1-to-1 or it's pegged, whatever it is, but there's definitely lots of growth. And I've been reading stuff and seeing stuff of, $16 trillion growth and like just these crazy numbers, which I don't believe will happen right out the gate, but I definitely believe, the market cap, TVL market cap could increase by a few trillion upcoming in the next bull run, that's for sure. 16 though, I don't know, that's a lot of fucking money, but yeah.
Well, not if you're in America, because they just print new money all day. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't care. We just print more. Whatever.
Even the BlackRock CEO talks about, tokenizing assets and things like that, tokenizing real world assets. So there's lots of positive outlook.
There really is. And I think we're definitely right on the cusp of a next generation of the digital world. So for me, it's exciting. That's why I'm really happy to be here, and I want to be in as deep as I possibly can without frying my brain. It gets pretty close some days. Some days I'm like, what in God's name am I doing? I'll go walking out of the studio and say, ah, rah, rah, rah. Like, oh, you've been reading white papers. Aha. Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
zombie.
Pretty much. It'll melt your brain someday. And some of these things are complicated as hell. It's like, oh my
Oh,
God.
brother. Yeah. I remember getting into things and like looking into projects and stuff like that. Just trying to like read into stuff and trying to learn how these different ecosystems worked and stuff. Man, it was terrible.
It is. And so Wild Angel said, that's cool, Chrome. And yes, I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to get the team together, do some more AMAs, some more events. And yeah, so still here. We're still going to bring you the best information for Collective right here, as always, guys. And so Cyril asked, Noble Swap. I've never even heard. Is Noble Swap something there? Or is that you just need noble people to swap your tokens? I got to look it up. Is there a Noble Swap or is he fucking with me?
I think it's a Dex, but I'm not 100% sure.
It is. Oh, that's the Gauss one. Okay. Yes, Noble Swap is the Gauss blockchain. Thank you. I didn't realize that was the name, Cyril. Thank you, brother. So, are we going to see Seagold on the Gauss blockchain?
Potentially. I remember I actually looked into it, and there was like they have like lots of requirements for getting onto their blockchain, which are quite heavy, I guess. Like it's just lots of shit that you have to like sign up for and pay for as well. Like you're not just getting on their blockchain for free. You have to pay money to get on there. So there's a little bit of a boundary to getting on Gauss.
Okay. And yeah, I haven't looked into that, but I know Gauss is one of the good ones that's been building quite some time now. And I know Cyril's connected there.
Yeah, if Cyril's connected, then I just talk to him and see what the fuck is up, because he would let me know.
And there you go. And he says, yeah, but he wrote the word requirements, Chrome.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
There you go, buddy. So you want to know what's going on? Talk to the man. And
yeah, I read through it all, and I was like, well, I mean, this is doable for sure. I just don't know if, like, fucking our whole team wanted to go through it and everything. So there's just lots on there. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. It's a smart idea, though, for sure. Keep away the bad actors. You actually make people have to actually put in work, not just be able to just deploy smart contracts and start rugging people.
Look, I made a contract. Here you go. Yeah,
exactly.
That's
basically, especially on Ethereum right now, motherfuckers are just dropping anything and calling it whatever the next funny word is, and then it fucking flies up to like 100 million market cap, and it's crazy.
It is. It's insane. And yeah, so speculation is now saying the SEC won't approve the BlackRock ETF for 18 months. Oh, okay. Well, now we know where the big dip's about to come into. So that big red candle we saw yesterday, even though it recovered some today, man, hearing that, everything's going to train wreck. But then again, Cyril, now you had kind of predicted this occurring. And even last night on Rags to Riches, we had that ascending triangle, and that showed Ethereum coming up and then plummeting down. So all in all, sounds like your view of the future is going to play out accordingly. So
he's always right. Like, fucking predicting the future left and right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I want his magic crystal ball. And
yeah, for real.
Yeah,
give me the crystal ball.
Up to 18 months. Okay. Says, yeah, but I wrote... Okay. And says, really? Cyril is connected everywhere. Yes, Cyril is connected everywhere. Absolutely. But now it's really interesting. So that brings up the question, if we know it's going to dip down before the next... before the halving, because we've seen the cycles. It goes up, then you get that nice little dip down before the halving, and that's when things start to go parabolic or crazy. It makes you wonder, the things that are popping up now, are they going to survive? In 3 months from now, is Pepe Coin going to be worth anything? People are still buying it. I don't know why, but they are.
Man,
right. What the hell is it? Invest in something solid. What's wrong with you people?
I'm actually going to look that up on Dexter. I haven't looked at their chart so long. That's funny.
Yeah, what's the new one I heard? Grok. Is it Grok?
Yep. Well, it's like I said, it's anything new every day. Like if there's a new word that comes out that's popular, boom, token. Like it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. If something new comes out, token. Does not matter. It could be anything.
It's a Babinda token. Oh, well, let me buy $1 million worth of that. What the? What kind of people are buying this crap? Really? I mean, there's some good opportunities. Don't get me wrong. If you were to get into Pepe at like day one, and as soon as it started to spike up, cashed out, okay. But man, that's just crazy. It's like, oh god, because most people just lost. They were the exit liquidity for the first people that knew about it, made it up, and they were sitting in their garage, high off their ass, and said, "Hey, let's make a Pepe coin, dude." It's like, yeah. And literally, those are the guys that cashed in.
Yeah, it's essentially down only since its peak. Like it's had a few bumps, like where it's gained some momentum and gone up a bit, but it just continually goes down, back up a little bit. It's probably just going to go down, back up a little bit down, just till it nears zero, closer and closer.
And there's still opportunities in there if you're smart enough. You're watching the markets, and that's what Cyril and I were talking about yesterday in Rags to Riches. Is once you can start seeing the patterns, you can predict them, and from there, once you can predict them, you can make some great profits on pretty much anything if you're paying attention, you're smart, and you're just watching the system.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be like a rocket scientist. You just have to be calm and patient and analytical. And I think that's great.
Yeah. No, there's very clear patterns, like especially on the Pepe chart itself, even just zoomed out, like very long term, you can just see like a very, very common theme throughout the chart. It's just very, very similar throughout the last few I guess like 6 months or so, however long it's been around. Yeah. Stuff will just repeat itself constantly.
Right. Rinse and repeat. No way we go.
Repeat. Yep.
Hey, cock ring.
Cock
is
ring,
what? Took me a second. I'm like, huh? Yeah. So it looks like we had a troll. So Ring, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. And you know what? We're doing the community a service by keeping you busy and off the streets. So glad we can be of service.
Bro,
I'll get demonetized for saying that.
Yeah.
I tried to pronounce it a little bit differently.
This episode's done, Serenity.
That's it. We're banned. Later. Rowdy.
I gotta say, that's a creative name.
It is.
Like,
no, that would be like a good play on words,
Oh, yeah.
Caw-curring.
There you go. See?
Like a caw.
Hey, that's what I was saying, the bird. That's because I was just reading Cyril's comment here. It says, time is his construct, and anything constructed can be destructed. It's a good point. It can be.
Yeah.
And BTK says, Nonea token. Hey, perfect. Let's make one of those. That'll go to 100 million market cap. Some stupid.
Nunya
token.
Yeah, Nunya.
That's what we eat for dinner. Nunya. What's for dinner? Nunya. Got it. I sit down, I shut up, and I just swallow. I don't care what it is. And of course, everybody's laughing at me because, yes, I just pronounced that. I probably got demonetized. We're going to get banned. It's Friday night, whatever. This thing, sure, good to have you with us.
Alrighty, boys. I got to jump out now. I'm going to give Crip a call here. But it's been a good time. Thanks for having me on. I hope you guys have a good little rest of your time.
Absolutely, brother, and thank you. And give Crip and Doc my best, and so look forward to chatting with you guys some more and seeing what's coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Chrome. Take care, brother.
See ya. You guys have a great time.
You too, my man. And so BTK says, I saw the comment. Like, oh, it's gonna be good. Yep. If it's come on, get over with it, so I can toss you. Okay, you can toss him. I was told to behave, but I don't want to behave.
It's Friday.
Right, behaving's so fun. Come on. And Dave Weiss says later, and Mr. Ring, thank you for joining us. Take care. Catch you next time. Or in the new identity or whatever occurs.
I'm trying to figure out what his profile picture is.
I don't want to know. How's that?
Probably for the best.
Yeah, it's probably safer not to ask, really. Either way, hey, trolls are here. Just make sure you hit the like button on your way through. Because, hopefully one day the algorithm won't decide it hates me. And, it was really interesting, speaking of the algorithm, because Yunks was talking about that on the news articles and different comments and statements that cannot be said. Otherwise, you get demonetized. And apparently one of those that is questionable is crypto. I guess that's one of those, if it's educational or if it's put in the right context, then it's a good thing. But otherwise, it kind of limits the amount of visibility anything that has the word crypto, per se, will actually do. So it's like I probably just demonetized myself like 8 times explaining that. That's okay. I guess the biggest thing is that I'm trying to help the people that are the working class, like me and you, Crow, the ones who
Right.
live check by check, scrape it together. And, you've heard me preach this 1,000 times, is the guys at the plants, guys and girls, at the plants who literally they're living check by check by check by check. There's no 401k. There's no retirement. If they get hurt, something happens, that's it. They're done. They're broke, homeless. It's over. And that's really why I started Down Home Crypto, was to make a community and environment in which anybody is welcome. I don't care if you drive a Rolls Royce. I don't care if you pedal a unicycle to work, to flip burgers at McDonald's. Everybody is equal here. We're all family, and we're all on the same journey together. And that's what it's all about. We have some amazing people in this community, like DayFi, like Cyro, like BTK, like you, like Chrome. I mean, we've got all these great people that are connected everywhere, just willing to help. And I think that's what's super important about Down Home Crypto. And that's why the name, because it's like coming home. Same reason we have Freaky Friday. Like I always say, kick your shoes off, grab a drink, grab a smoke, whatever. Kick back, relax, have fun. And that's what this entire community is built around. It's that concept. Okay, that's my preaching. How did I do so far? Davey! Okay. Good job, Jim. Okay, thanks.
Through the camera.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that.
So, another kind of funny thing that happened while I was at work is I went to hop into one of these houses to go check some out real quick, and I knew someone else was in there. I was trying to see where they were, so I could say hi real quick, and I think I knew who it was. I thought it was Jerica. And looking for Jerica, and I'm like, all of a sudden I just hear, "Hi, Crow." I'm like, what the hell? Because I hadn't reached the end of the hallway, and she was around this end of this bend. I was like, how in the hell did you know it was me? I'm like, do I have was it my boots? Like, you gotta tell me. She's like, no, I looked into the glass and I could see you through it. I was like, are you freaking serious? She's like, yeah. I was like,
She was drinking the special perk.
Depth
what's it called?
perception.
Depth perception. There you go. Yeah, she drank that.
I looked at her, I was like,
good job, love. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
I told her, I was like, you could have ran with it. You could have said, like, you felt the presence in the force. You could have said anything. I probably would have believed you.
There's a disturbance in the force. Oh, that must be Crow.
Because it went right over my head. I was like, how in the hell?
See, I would have messed with you. I would have said, oh, when you walk, you drag your right foot. Huh? Right. Yeah. Every third step, you drag your right toe. You would have been looking for that all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Take a few steps. Nothing under the dust. A few more steps. Maybe I do. Then you would start doing it. Just to psycho smack you'd be done. Ooh, DayFi's got a warning for us. Alert. Be careful if you're using Phantom. Spooky Swap UI might be compromised. Same exploit as Trader Joe. Oh, good to know, DayFi. Thank you, buddy. Spooky. I haven't used Spooky Swap in a very long time. I think it was actually my old wallet. That's good to know, though. Now, one thing I don't know real quick, Phantom. I am operating on Phantom. Is there a way to disconnect from using Phantom? Can you do that same as you can MetaMask? Phantom, AVAX, and Metamatic are under attack. Great. It's a mutiny. Okay. Right here, live on stream, we're going to watch the entire crypto market just grenade. It's a digital war is going on right now, apparently. And so guys, for safety, definitely go in your MetaMask, and anytime you connect to a D app or anything, always go up and disconnect. Don't know how to do that? Let me show you real quick. So let me open this real fast. And because yes, this is one of those safety tips. And as you guys know, I have no problem showing my stupidity because I'm just an idiot that way. But I think it's important to share the education, the information, and if that means I dox or do whatever else, I'm okay with that. The entire screen, I think, is the one I want. Find the right screen, that screen. Okay. So I'm sure that. Okay. So once you go up here, you should be able to go into your three dots and see connected sites right there. So let me start at the beginning. So once you're on your Chrome, if you got your MetaMask as an extension like I do with mine, once you click into it, it'll pop up. From there, click your three dots, go to connected sites, And from there, make sure to disconnect. And there's not a fee on them, but just make sure to disconnect from all of them. And I haven't disconnected for about 2 days. So it's a good thing to do. Thank you, Day 5, for the warning. Thank you guys for letting us know. I'm going to go through and disconnect every site right now. Yes, you have to one by one. But that will disconnect you from your D app. Now, when you go back in, you will have to reconnect it. And I'm still disconnecting here, so I'll get the comments for a sec. I'm sure I'm getting yelled at. Crow, am I getting yelled at?
No.
Okay, just checking. So no, that's great advice. Thank you, guys. And if you don't know how to disconnect, just don't use Spooky Swap right now. Okay, so Dayfi, is there any way to disconnect Phantom from Spooky Swap if we've connected there in the past? Or is that a concern? Or is it just if you're operating there currently? So Phantoms always suck, though. You shouldn't be on it. I know it sucks, but there's still a couple things that I use Phantom for. One is Star Atlas. That's one thing we talked about. Yeah, Bonks, how you doing, brother? Good to have you, my man. And yes, we're always laughing at Cyril. Cyril is very confident in his belief, but as we know, Cyril knows a lot of things and a lot of connections. And yes, Phantom is not one of the best. Unfortunately, it is the one that I have to utilize for Star Atlas. So it's kind of one of those picks and choose. Go to my 2033 video. Good call. Yes, I will. Wild Angel, I will absolutely do that. Am I rich? I am absolutely extremely wealthy. And you know what? I think that's a great question, Mr. Ring. Let's talk about there for a second. Phantom is easy money, though. Good. Yes, absolutely. Am I rich? So I want to say yes. I think I am one of the wealthiest people on the planet. Why is that, you might ask? Because Lord knows it's not because I live in a big fancy house or I have a bunch of money in the bank. No, I don't. What I do have is friends that will be honest and tell me the truth. I have family that I love and respect me in return. And I have genuine, real people that I'm surrounded by. Not acquaintances, not who's popular. I have people that will be raw and real with me. So personally, I think that's very well. What do you think, Crow?
I 100% agree. I think you surround yourself with the people that you should help better yourself, in a sense. People like I surround myself with people like you. I try to surround myself with as many people like you that I can, because you'll look at me and if I'm messing up, you'll straight up tell me. Without a shadow of a doubt, 100%.
Yep. And
I can sit here and have a discussion with you and know we're gonna not get to common ground, but we're gonna get through it. You're gonna
right.
help me in some way.
Or vice versa. We're gonna work it out together because we're on common ground, because we have the love and respect for each other, and that's what really pulls through. And to me, I think that what real wealth is. I don't think it's dollars. I think it's surrounding yourself with the right people and knowing that you can trust them and they can trust you. So, yeah, for me, I think that's absolutely rich. Hope that answers your question there. And we'll talk about that in a second. Let me catch up on the comments. It's only the UI, so don't worry about it. Just don't use it. Okay, thanks, Dave. I appreciate that, guys. So, yes, as Dave just alerted us, guys, stay off of, what was it? Spooky Swap. Thank you. Spooky Swap might be compromised, and somebody else had mentioned Phantom, Avex, and Matic. So I don't know how legit that is, but either way, right now, guys, just be super safe on what you're doing, what you're connecting to, and know what's going on. Okay, see, FTM is easy money, though. Yeah. See, it's only UI, so don't worry. Okay, so that's where we left off. Okay, we're rich in character. There you go, Dave. I see we are rich in character. In fact, the wife tells me all the time I'm very charismatic. Personally, I thought I was just insane. I guess there's a word for it. It's charismatic. Okay, that works. We're rich in traumatic experiences. Oh, hell yeah. Yabonks, I am with you, brother. And, believe it or not, it's one of those where if you haven't been through a traumatic experience or even the drama, and I don't care if it's addiction, I don't care if it's divorce, things like that, that is education. Education, can't put a price on that. That is something that is a wealth of knowledge. And so, yeah, I totally agree. Says I'm rich too. Excellent. Good to hear, bud. And Yabong's facts. Absolutely. Yeah. Trauma is definitely educational. I guarantee I have learned more from screwing things up and making mistakes and just falling face first on the street than I ever did of doing right. And it reminds me of a part out of movie The Core. And Alex, you were talking about movies earlier. Core is another one that I really like. But the commander is giving this hotshot pilot a lecture because she's like, when am I ready for the big chair? And he's like, you're not, because you're never wrong. See, being a leader is not about making good decisions. It's about making the wrong ones and being accountable for them. And so until you can make a bad decision or have to make the shitty call, you're not ready for the chair. And it's a great concept because, yeah, sometimes being a leader, there are no good decisions. There's just the less of two evils. Sometimes there's just no good stuff. So you just got to be able to make that shitty call where somebody's going to hate you for it, no matter what you do.
Amen to that, for sure.
Yeah. So are there any reward cookies for us in this broadcast, man? There might be. I may just. So Mimic, hang around. You might get a wild hair. Wild Angel might stick her head in the door and say, hey, give something away. But you might not. We don't know. It's Freaky Friday. We're having fun. Yeah, Wild Angel makes the call on that. So biggest thing I can say there is make sure to like, subscribe, and get more people in here. The more chatter we get going, the more people to show up for the stream, more likely she is to poke her head in that door and say, give it away. Okay. Or you can always beg her or give her treats. She likes cheesecake. Cheesecake's good. And Wild Angel says, without addiction and resulting recovery, I wouldn't have known how far I needed to grow. Absolutely, Wild Angel. I am the same way there. And, that's one thing I've never been ashamed to talk about is my addiction and, my recovery and stuff, because I am such a different person than who I would have become had I not gone through that tragic journey of addiction and recovery. And still going through recovery. And that's something I practice every single day, because once an addict, you're always an addict. There's no cure. It's just like the other diseases I have. And so it's one of those, and the other diseases are just craziness. Bipolar, ADHD, high functioning autism, those things. There's no cure, but there's learning to live with them and then turning those, what people call those weaknesses, into a strength. Because it gives me some great ability to get up here and do this kind of stuff because I am bipolar, because I am ADHD and I can always be distracted by shiny objects. Like, oh, look, shiny. So I can converse about anything, anywhere, with pretty much anybody. And it's like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And Ubunk says, yes, same Wild Angel. Absolutely. Wild Angel DHE, thumbs up. Absolutely, Dayfly. Give cookies. Yep, there might be cookies, That I must get reward immediately because my mother was prepared. Milk, and I have to go to bed. Hurry up. I like that. That's great, man. Yeah, you got cookies, or you got milk. We need cookies to go with that. Give cookies, please. Cookies, huh? Let me think about it. Ooh, okay, yep. Probably got to give her some bonuses. You got to tease her into it, guys. Come on, got to coax in. So now Crow. Okay, first of all, on the topic we were before about the mutual respect, things like that, I get to tell you guys a story, okay? Well, it's not really a story. It's actually what happened over the weekend. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out, and there's the zombies mode, okay? And so me and Crow and Horatio were playing, and typically when we played Modern Warfare, we went in and we focused as a squad and as a team. And we went here, 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 here. We had very defined principles, how we were going to win, stay together, keep each other's backs. Then zombies came out. And then it was like absolute chaos and anarchy. And we'd spawn on the map, and Horatio would run that way, and Crow would run that way. And I would go like, wait, where the hell are we going? We're going here! And they're all over the map. To the point it was irritating the shit out of me. It's like, oh, I'm going to kill somebody. So after about 2 days of this, and I tried to express this frustration and the confusion and the irritation, and it just wasn't coming across through Discord, which we always voice chat through Discord. And so when Crow came over here, because we have that mutual love and respect for each other, we could sit down and we'd have this heart-to-heart where we're just kind of, and it got hostile a couple times, not violent, but it was like, no, this is fucking stupid. Don't do this. And that's how I came across. He's like, okay, you know what? I can see why you would see that. And then he would express his beliefs to me. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can see that. Okay. So how do we find common ground? How do we work together to get our two perceptions into one unity as a team? And we were able to do that. And since then, and we've made some amazing progress. It's like, this is awesome. Now it's fun again. So that's what real riches is. It's being able to sit down with somebody and have those hard conversations, even if they're going to hate you for it. and know that no matter what, they're not just going to say, fine, I'm leaving. What if they're going to leave? Maybe it's for the best. If they're that kind of person, maybe you don't need them in your life. And so that's why I feel like I'm rich, because like that conversation we had, that was probably one of our least pleasant ones in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I come across very, what's the right word?
Intense?
Ooh, good word. It's a nice way to say I'm a violent asshole. Yes, I do get very passionate. I get very intense. I get very dominant. And I know that. And sometimes in the past, I've used that as a weapon. So I really have to watch that. That's one of the things I learned from my recovery is if I'm weaponizing personality or words or things like that, then I'm not doing good. And so it's okay to be passionate. It's okay to be driven and outspoken. But if I'm utilizing those words and that perception to step on somebody else, or I'm accomplishing things by standing on other people's backs, then that's not the right way to do it. And so, yeah, I think intense is a great way to put it. But the fact that I knew we could have that conversation, but it wasn't coming across in vocals. So sometimes you just got to get face to face, say, okay, here's the deal. And throw it all out there and then just sort through the rubble.
Oh, we definitely did that. It was a good, I think it was a good like 30-minute discussion.
It was. Yeah, and it escalated. It started off, okay, I'm irritated. And then it took to this level, okay, now I'm just pissed. Okay, now we work through it. And we smoothed out the other side. All was great.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, I got to catch up on the comments here. See, dinner, then dessert, cookies. Maybe See, I don't speak English, so understand what you say, but I still watch because you're so attractive. Oh, thank you, man. But I appreciate that. I don't think I'm that attractive, but yes, at the same time, I think there is a level of sexiness to baldness. So it's just
I'm
me.
gonna say it's the lack of hair.
Hey, bald is sexy, baby. Look at babies. When they come out, they have very little hair and everything. Oh my God, they're so adorable. See, I'm just an oversized baby. Okay.
Bull crap. Babies are ugly. I ain't gonna sit here and like, you know, every time you hear like someone as a kid like, oh, my baby's so cute and everything, I'm like, yeah, but no. You don't gotta
Looks
lie
like
to
somebody
me.
squished him.
Your baby's ugly. Every baby's ugly, and that's just because they're babies.
To each their own. Everyone's beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
This is true.
Now, once you're a father, that little shriveled up raisin that comes out and screaming and it looks absolutely disgusting after you just watch the birth and help sit there through it, which I have done with all my children. It's like, oh dear God. Like, it's so adorable. Oh my God, I love it. It's weird. It's really weird the way that works. And Dayfi says passionate. Yeah, that's a good word. That's like contained hostility. Yes, that's passion. Good way to put it. Very few men have the perfect head that doesn't need hidden. Hi, dog. That's Parker, by the way. That doesn't need hair. Well, thank you, Wyland. You're so sweet. I love you, dear. Apparently, Parker agrees too.
Bald is beautiful.
Exactly. That's what he said in dog language. So, no, and I think that's something that a lot of us, we don't realize. But then again, at the same time, there is a level. Now, Crow, you've seen the Celestine Prophecy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the reason I watch it, not because I'm a religious fanatic. I'm spiritual, not religious. We'll just clear that out. But the message itself, at one point in time, it shows this man talking to this woman, and it shows their energies. This man is like radiating this red dominant energy, trying to suppress the lady. And she's like, I feel like you're trying to control me. And she bolts it. And that's what happens in a lot of conversations. But then later in the movie, there's a part where the same man sits down with a little girl, and they really don't even talk. They just kind of look at each other, and I think she like hands him a flower. Something happens, and she shows golden energy or light radiating over to him, and he adds to it and feeds it back to her, and it just keeps radiating into more of a positive experience. And so it's really interesting. You think about the energies that we portray, we put out there. And I know Sarah would be up here, and he would have all kinds of great science stuff. And I know Yabonks is loving this topic. I'm putting it simply because I know simple terms. But the simple fact is we do radiate energies, and we do affect everything around us from that energy. It's just like if you walk in a room and you feel it's hostile, it's like, oh, wow, okay, I'm going that way later. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Once we start to think about those and feel those, we start to see how different energies we radiate affect the people around us. And I think that's really important. And those people that radiate that dominant, red, powerful energy, it's like, I'm in control. Like, okay, I already don't like you. I don't even have to know your name. I don't care anything about you. I don't like you because you're radiating that energy. That's not the kind of people I want in my life. And that's it.
100%.
Yep. And yeah, Wild Angel, you're absolutely right. I used to be that red, aggressive energy. That was more the nurturing energy. Thank you, dear. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say it. I was a very controlling, dominant individual. I mean, I walked in the room, you knew I was there, and I had control. That's the way it was. And, you know, I earned that. I was absolutely that way, and I'm not proud of it. I had to go through that journey of getting to the top and then crashing to the bottom, going through recovery and all this to realize that was not a healthy manner. And that was one of the hardest things for me to realize is sit back and look at all the last 20 years of my life, the way I was going and the path I was on was not a healthy path. And so I literally shook everything up. I changed careers, place I lived, everything changed. And literally started a new life. Speak of the devil there. Hi, Dev.
Hi. Okay, so I'm hearing a request from several people for cookies.
Cookies. We want cookies.
You haven't even had dinner yet.
I know. Do I have dinner?
Yes, stir
Awesome.
fry.
I have dinner.
Stir fry.
Ooh, stir fry.
Okay, you got voices in my head. And you.
I'm jealous. Why do the voices talk to you and not me?
Because they come from you.
Oh, that's right.
So how about a $10?
Come to your plate.
Yeah.
We can do that.
What's dinner, everybody? Tell us what dinner is tonight. Give us some good ideas. He's already having stir fry, so you know. I'm just curious what y'all are having for
so
dinner.
what is everybody else eating for dinner tonight? You answer that question in the chat, and we will do a drawing.
What am I having for dinner tonight?
I don't know.
No,
Well, if you drive here, you can have stir fry, buddy.
Oh God, I got this picture today.
And thank you, Wild Angel. Bye-bye.
I had this picture. So someone started coming to my property today, probably drop off a package or something, and to watch Mouse because she was sitting on the couch next to me, and all of a sudden I just see her perk her head up, and the funniest thing, just one ear just flopped up. The other one stayed down, but one ear just perfectly up, and just started like you could see her ear barely turning. She was just listening. And it was so cool to watch that.
It's like a robot dog with one ear.
It was yeah. It was just one ear just like perfectly straight up, and she was like hardcore listening, like, what's going on?
Nice. So let's see. Okay, so Dave Fly Answer said tomahawk steak on the grill. Oh God, that sounds good.
Ooh.
Starting not to like you, Dayfi. I'm hungry, man. Why do we always talk? I was really trying to make through a whole episode without talking about food. Yeah, that's what happened.
Blame your wife.
I know. Actually, no. Somebody else brought up cookies first. We had milk and cookies. Yeah, cookies sound good to me too. So, since we have the approval of Wild Angel, and she says we're going to do a giveaway, then I suggest you type in the chat #cookie. There you go. And yes, Crow, put yourself in there too, brother. So #cookie in the chat, and we will do a drawing for $10 of crypto. And here's the trick. If you win, you must take a screenshot of this and DM me in Discord on the Down Home Crypto server. And if you don't have that, if you're not already a part of it, nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on, let me open my Discord. This might mess my audio up. If it does, I will mute it, invite. There we go. Okay, so if you win, oops, close that back off. Then yes, you must take a screenshot and DM me in the Down Home Crypto Discord to verify it's you. And otherwise, you're not getting your cookies. So thank you, Wild Angel, for the wonderful giveaway, and thank you guys for pushing her for cookies. Ah, now I want cookies.
So I have to say, I am loving the new background music. Or I don't know if it's new or just for this one, but I am enjoying the heck out of it.
You like this one? Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I have noticed, and it's awesome.
Thank you. This is usually the one that Sarah and I have on Rags to Riches. But it's for some reason his system seems to amplify it more, and it screws up his audio when he's playing. So I keep it at a much lower volume. So I don't know if maybe it's just a little louder now because it has turned up, I think, about 3 notches from where we usually keep it. But yeah, I like this one because it's kind of uplifting. It's kind of that party scene. Dave Fight, you're being evil, buddy. You're being evil. Cookie dinner come grilled tomahawk steak along bone ribeye. I'm so hungry. That's okay. Being here is worth it. I can go without food for a little bit. Although, Wild Angel, if you are listening, I could use a refill. There's no ice in my cup. Love you, dear. Thank you.
Mouse, go grab me a soda from the fridge. It didn't work.
Didn't work, huh? Wada says, I knew it was murder. I like it. Kind of a chill club. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, boy.
So,
thank you, now.
I saw this video, and it was of this little dog.
Yeah, she's not trained well enough yet.
Yeah. You gotta train Mouse better, apparently.
Apparently. I saw this video of this little dog. Yay big. Just itty bitty. And it was a video about how they trained their dog to shut the door. And
okay.
So this little bitty dog pawed at the door and got it almost all the way shut. But the dog's too small to shut it with just the body weight. So the dog ran back, got a running start, jumped up, hit the door with all 4 of its paws, and then turned in midair and landed on his feet.
That's impressive.
Right? I'm wondering how in the heck you trained your dog to do that. Like, you pick it up and be like, okay, put it here and then down here. Like,
you back way up, you pick up the dog and you throw it at the door. I don't know. How do you? No, I wouldn't do that seriously, Bugs. Please don't hurt me, brother. I don't know. How would you train a dog to do that? I mean, that's, I've heard about these people that train their animals to use the toilet, to do all kinds of crazy. What is it? I don't get it. I've never had the patience to train an animal. And that's why I've always liked cats, because they've always just had their own personality. And to me, a cat is like a woman with an attitude. They will do whatever the hell they want to do, and they are in charge. And it's funny because everybody in my family teased me that the dog and the cat, they've trained me. Because what are we? Chloe, our little dog, who's sitting right next to me, will come in here and do this up and down bounce, and then she'll sit and look at me, and she'll have one ear sitting backwards and one forward. And she looks absolutely adorable. It's just, It's like, okay, that's Cookie. So I have to get up, go in, get her cookies, and then if I get her a cookie, the cats get crackers. So we get treats for both of them. Thank you, Dad. And so Chloe gets a cookie, cats get crackers, and then Parker, now we got a new bigger dog, stands at the very end of the hallway and just looks at me.
Get out of the studio.
Bye, Chloe. Chloe got an eviction notice. Bye, Chloe. And now Parker's even trained. He'll just look at me at the end of the hallway. Like, yeah, where's mine? Please understand that Chloe's like this tall, like 12 inches tall. Parker's like Mouse, 3 feet tall. And so it's like this big hairy dog at the end, like Cookie. So I hurl Cookie down the hallway. There you go. Yes. Everybody type in the chat, #Cookie. We'll do a giveaway for a $10 cookie here momentarily. Keep hearing things out in the hallway. Okay, so now, Crow, have you ever tried to train Mouse?
Oh, I've trained her a bunch.
To what? Train you?
No. To come here, go outside. I trained her to, not do anything bad inside the house and always go outside.
What was your main tactic for doing that? Did you use treats or just repeated processes, or what's the best way to do that?
So the way I did it is positive reinforcements and negative reinforcements. So if she did inside the house, it was, it sucks, but
Baseball
you got nothing crazy like that. But you gotta show her it's bad. So I'd always grab the dog's face, get it right next to the area, not into the area. I think that's just stupid and mean. But near the area, and be like, no, a quick swat in the butt, and then put her outside. Shows her that's bad, you go outside. And then when she would go outside, gave her a treat. And for her, it was more beneficial to sit there for like 20-30 minutes and just pet her a crap ton. Because she doesn't really like treats. She likes getting pet more than she likes treats.
Okay.
And just
that makes sense.
A little bit of repeat, and she got it pretty quick. That's what I do.
I think if you're putting out positive energy, I think they do tend to learn better and quicker. And yeah, like Wild Age says, I trained Chloe to do a ready, set, go for treats. So she's got me trained to give her treats. I got her trained. So she'll sit at the end of her hallway in her bedroom, and I'll take the treat and say, ready? And she'll like get all excited and say, sit. And I put it down towards the ground, and she squats down 2 feet down and her butt up in the air. It's like big dragster. And I go and hurl it down the hallway. Shoom, away she goes. So it's like a sprinter. It's great. But yeah, that took several tries. And for some reason, and I don't even remember how it started, but it was one of those, like, you want a treat? Ready? And I lowered my hand and she immediately lowered the front of her body. Like, oh, okay. So I did that. She, interesting. Did that about 4 or 5 times. And now she'll do it almost every time. If I go through the motions, it's like, okay, got it. And so it's really interesting. But I've been curious, like, how would they train somebody to close a door like that? How do you train a dog to throw themselves at a door?
I think a lot of it is positive reinforcement.
Think so?
That's what I think.
Now, I'm curious, you Bonks. Never asked you this question, but if you happen to be listening there, you've got artistic ducks that have paintings. You've got all kinds of different paintings, drawing. Have you guys trained any of your animals? Because I know you have animals that live inside, some that outside, some kitchen table. Do you actually train any of them to do anything specific, or is it let them be naturally themselves? So I'm curious, if you're still here, you Bonks, love to know about it. See, you got hiccups now. Yeah, it is funny to get the traction, and that's the evil part. Is we put down the pergo wood flooring through our hallway, and so where she launches at has carpeting. So we have just a carpet there in front of the door, bedroom, and so I hurl it, and she starts on the carpet, and then launches onto slick hardwood floor all the way down the hallway, and the cookie goes sliding down the hallway, and it'll bounce off the side of the entertainment center, and then Chloe will go sliding down the hallway and bounce off the side of the entertainment center. It's like, no, hit the brakes before you do that.
Trip.
Not hard enough to hurt herself. It just looks really comical. And then Parker, big fluffy doll, he tries to do the same thing, and he will go booking down the hallway. And it's like a cartoon. Seeing those guys trying to get traction on ice. I swear it's like a Jerry Lewis or a cartoon or something. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just a couple more minutes. Who's just popping in, who maybe haven't been paying attention. Yes, we are doing a giveaway. We're doing a $10 crypto giveaway. And all you have to do right now is type in the chat, #cookie. And if you would do me a huge favor, if you're enjoying this, you enjoy the stream, having fun, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell your friends about us. Because we're here to have fun, enjoy, and survive the week. And you never know what we're going to talk about. Because we have talked about literally almost everything. In some way, shape, or form, we've touched it all.
A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there.
And then there's those things like, where the hell did that one come from? I don't know, left field somewhere.
Just like the way Chrome started everything.
Exactly. Dave was laughing, of course. And then Mom asked, why don't you train Snoopy? So Mom has this dog she named Snoopy, and it's like some weird wiener. It's not a full wiener dog. It's, I don't know. I don't know my dog breeds at all, but long story short, he eats everything or just chews the hell out of it. And he's super hyper. And so you sit down and he'll just jump all up in your face. Like, I said, get off, get off. I've got him trained to get off me. That's about it. Yeah. This dog is super psychotic hyper. And Mom, the simple fact how we don't train Snoopy is because Snoopy's your dog. You've got to train him. Yeah, not me. He's your dog. You have to do it because you have that energy and that connection. So you want your dog trained? I guess you better find out how Crow trained Mouse and then train him yourself.
It sucks, honestly, because there's certain aspects of it that I hate doing. Like the punishment. I don't find enjoyment in doing that at all. But you gotta show them that what they're doing is wrong because they don't know better.
Exactly. Okay, there we go. So Wild Age says Chihuahua and Dachshund? How do you say that?
Close enough. Now you got me fucking up.
See, you can't talk either. Yeah. He's a weird, he looks like half wiener dog with buggy eyes and super hyper from hell. Dachshund? Yeah, okay. I probably screwed it all up.
Where's the YouTube guide?
Yeah, no kidding. So, Crow, now, one thing I don't know if I know we talked about it last week about your promotion. Did that ever come through?
Yeah. I signed my P11 Monday morning. Made everything official. The only thing that is I don't have yet is everyone in the plant, because it's such a huge plant. For those who don't know, everyone of the supervisors and key leads get radios. That way, I can contact you from clear other side of the plant if I need you. Because hey, your wall's messed up. Is it messed up, or is there something I don't know? So that's why they have these radios. But my supervisor broke his radio the day before my promotion. So he got the radio that I probably would have had. So they're just waiting to get those. That's the only thing I don't got.
Nice. So actually, and I can tell you, sometimes that radio can be a curse. I didn't have that many problems with it. It's simple. There's a problem I want to know. Most people in the plant didn't want to know. They're like, no, stop calling me on the radio. I'm like, yes, call me on the radio. Let me go figure out what it is and fix it before it ends up further down the line and just a train wreck. So it's really interesting. But as I always said, is with the radio comes the demotion. And so although we call it a quote promotion, you're going to work longer hours, more stress, more problems, more everything. And even better, everybody thinks you're doing nothing because you're spending all day walking around. Now, to give you guys an idea of the size of this plant, I was averaging about 9 to 11 miles a day in an 8-10 hour workday. That's just walking. That's how big this plant is. I would circle it and I would cover that per day. And they're saying healthy wise, oh, that's like a week's worth of walking. Yeah, no, I did that in a day, man. I'd blow through shoes in about 3 months. Is the best I ever got out of any pair of shoes I had. And so, yes, radio is key. Because not everybody has their cell phone on or they can't hear it. So congratulations, Grow. Welcome to being a key lead supervisor. Same thing. And I know the supervisor that you're under, which means that you really are the supervisor. You just don't get the title or to make the final call. And most times you have to babysit your boss more than you do your crew.
Amen to that. Yeah, I just looked on my phone, which isn't the most accurate source of measurement for your steps and your distances. But yeah, I cover about 11 miles a day.
Yep. So you guys thought I was crazy. You're like, there's no way. It's like, yeah, easily.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely walked that much and know how it is.
Yep, exactly. And also, want to give a shout out to Wild Angel, who just started her new job this week. Not a new job, it's a second job. So she actually took a second job. Still works for the state of Idaho, but now she took a job at Lowe's, who's home construction. For those of you who don't know, it's like Home Depot. To me, it's just a step up. It's a little bit better. But she got a job there as cashier to try to help the ends meet and stuff for running down home crypto. And that's really what it's for. It's paying for the servers, the streams, all the different subscriptions we have to maintain this channel and stuff. And so she put in her first week this week, and that was great. And what's great about it is I believe the universe rewards us for living right, for doing the right things. And it was like her second or third day at work. I get a text like at 4:30 with a picture from her. And she shows this cart, all the cement board, which is what I need to put tile up in the bathroom for the remodeling job, and says, hey, this cart's 50% off. I'm like, oh my God. So instead of like $16 a sheet, we got them for about $5 a sheet with her 50% off plus the employee discount. Yeah, we saved almost $100. And so it's one of the like, wow, that is really cool. So it already paid for itself, but yeah, congrats, Wild Angel, for getting her new job and apparently excelling at it from what everybody's telling her.
So the way it was described to me was, if I remember correctly, it's like Home Depot's for like the big construction places, like new houses and stuff like that, and then Lowe's is more for like home construction, like doing stuff around the house.
Okay,
is my understanding of it.
Okay, and that could be. For me, I've always seen Lowe's is usually just a little bit more and doesn't have quite as many oddities for special construction aspects, but it usually, in my perception, has better quality lights and fixtures, things along those lines. So yeah, it's not as much as just a general contractor kind of thing, more of an actual nicer class, I guess.
Well, talking about it, looking at it, Home Depot's got a lot more lumber than Lowe's.
Right.
And if Lowe's has better lights, that would make more sense, that like the more at-home centralized thing.
Right, more the homeowner quality versus mass construction concepts.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's definitely it. Can put some destination. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. My StreamYard showing me weird things. Okay, so let's do the giveaway. We got 5 entries. Anybody else? I'm going to give you a few more seconds here to jump in the cookie draw, and that way, whoever had cookies and milk can go to bed knowing that yes, they got cookies with their milk, or no, they just have milk. And if you just have milk, I'm sorry. Okay, come on, type in the chat #cookie. Okay, I think everybody's in. So that was your final warning. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big money, no whammies.
Whoop, whoop.
Cookies and milk. Who's getting cookies today? Sandy Wallace. Thank you, Sandy Wallace. Thank you, Mom. And yes, it was everybody's fair game. So, Mom, the great thing is you don't have to take a screenshot because I know who you are. And I can find you. Congratulations there. And thank you for always being here on the stream. And, that's one thing I want to talk about because that's one thing that I think is really important. I want to say thank you, Mom, for always being here, always supporting me as a content creator and this new journey because it's a rough road. But here's the trick: is that I feel kind of like we're talking earlier. I have such great support in the community and also in my home, as far as family and friends that watch and really give feedback on this. So like Crow will be here and watch things, and he's not heavily into crypto. He knows enough to be dangerous and know how to break things. That's about it. Wild Angels is kind of the same way. Mom is over 80 years old, and she is still watching these crypto videos and learning and starts to get some understanding. In fact, I run a lot of things past her on the training videos that I'm doing and sit down with her. It's like, okay, watch this and see if it makes sense. And if not, let me know. And she'll tell me, it's like, yeah, that made sense, or nope, I didn't understand what this is. And it was really interesting that one of the videos the other day, Lynn came home and I asked her to sit down and watch it. And she's like, okay, I fully didn't understand what you were talking here about the address variations from Coinbase, how every token and blockchain has a different address than MetaMask. Can you draw it in a better crayon? And that's what we talk about is if it has to be simplified more, draw it in crayon. So she said, it's in pencil, not crayon. Okay, let me fix that. So Walden says, Crow, we must correct your perception. Lowe's is very pro-orientated. Ooh, okay, wow, we're in trouble. But no, I want to say thank you to Mom for always being willing to watch us and coming in here, because there's not a lot of 80-year-old individuals on the planet who are invested in crypto and who are on this journey. So I think that's great. And, there's a lot more younger guys like you, Crow. But at the same time, there's not, because you're a construction worker. Very few people in the working class out there, swinging hammers, cutting wires, are investing in cryptocurrency. In the plant, we had, 120, 140 people there?
Easy.
And there's like 5 that were investing in crypto or even knew anything about it or even wanted to. So you were a rare breed. And I know part of that is supporting us here at the Down Home Crypto and being part of this journey. And part of it is that it's hopefully will change your world and you get something out of it. So I want to say thank you to everybody, but I think it's great that we have such a diverse community, and goes all the way from Mom up there in the age, all the way down to you and the young, all the way to Cyril Kier, who's like a master of crypto, Dave Fi, who's our security and keeping us safe all the way out there and also a master, to the people like us. And so we've got everywhere in between. So I think that's great. And so, well, that's where you're in trouble. Crow, we must correct your perception that Lowe's is very pro-orientated. And they do have some good quality tools, not like cheap Harbor Freight tools. And Cyril Papa says, as the owner of a contracting company, Lowe's is infinitely better.
I
would agree, Cyril.
One's better than the other.
Oh, yeah. You screwed up, Crow. Nice going, buddy.
I'm going to argue.
Nope, you're just in trouble. It's just fun that way. Yeah, I do like for actual quality, I do like Lowe's better. You're right, Cyril, on that. And it's one of those, but at the same time, if I'm buying bulk lumber or something that I really don't care about, if I can save $1 over at Home Depot, it's like, okay, I'll go there. But now, of course, we have employee discount and all that. It's like, I'm going to Lowe's. Forget it. There you go. Wellness says, Cyril, you are so right. So now this has become a pro Lowe's. See, there we go. We need a sponsorship from Lowe's. Freaky Friday brought to you tonight by Lowe's, where all your home improvement needs are just a...
See, the cool part is if you're sponsored by Lowe's, usually they send you like tools and crap.
Ooh. Oh, I like that idea. I always need tools. You see my garage?
Oh yeah.
Probably the last thing I need is more tools. Like, oh dear God, no.
So to put it in perspective, if I need to work on my car, if I need to do any side jobs, I don't have any tools I'm prepared for, I go to his house. If it's my car, I'll park my car and I'll go, okay, and I'll just start working. Because if there's a tool I need, he's got it.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the great things. And like Roseanne is, yes, you walk in my garage, I have 2 full-size 5-foot rolling toolboxes loaded with tools. 2 of those things. And they're not the little ones Craftsman's. No, I'm talking a 3.5 foot wide, 5 foot tall, 1.5 foot deep. Every drawer is loaded on both of them. Then behind that, you've got like 4 wire racks, and every shelf is loaded with tools and spray paint, chemicals, anything you could possibly need to fix pretty much anything. All the way down from soldering guns and electronics, all the way up to framing nailers, big compressor on the corner, everything you could possibly want. And that's one of the great things is where I have diversified my careers over the years. I mean, I turned wrenches for 12 years as a senior master Subaru technician. So I've been from there. I've worked in the electronics area. I went to ITT Tech right out of high school. Did vape, did techs, did all that. Brother worked on electronics for over a decade, and then went to construction. Was a journeyman I'm a journeyman electrician. So I mean, pretty much anything you want fixed or done, we got. And if not, it's because I haven't used it enough to need it. Like the one thing I'm going to need here shortly, or I don't need, but I would like to have, is one of the drywall vacuum sanders. Because those things are so nice to keep the dust down.
Oh.
But I'm going to do it with sanding blocks and just go... No, I don't wear a mask. Yes, I'm going to breathe the dust in. I'm going to give myself cancer again.
I see Wiley, who's one of the TNT guys where I work, and he comes out of the house and his head's white, and he's just got like a perfect imprint right here around his face of just sheetrock dust.
Right, yeah. This stuff's evil. I hate doing TNT. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who don't know, TNT stands for tape and texture. So after you put up sheets of drywall, you have to tape all the seams, all the corners. Then you got to sand those flat. Then you can texture it. Then once that dries, then you can actually paint it. Sarah says, the Festool is the best tool ever. Ooh, what's Festool?
It rhymes. That's awesome.
Yeah, it does. Going to get this set up, I have the whole... Oh, that sounds like exactly what I need, Sarah. Can I borrow that? If you didn't live 1,000 miles away. It's like, can I borrow it for a weekend? I'll bring it back. I'll clean it up even. Yeah, those guys are amazing. And you get the vacuums that have like the double filters or the diaphragms, so they shake the dust loose on the filter itself. And there's some cool stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
Google the Festool. Okay, I will do that right now. Festool. I'm going to start drooling. So I need that. Festool tools. Okay. Ooh. What is that?
Ooh, what's that?
That's a new tool I don't have. Oh, that's plunge cut saw. Scoring function. Okay. It's too many tools. I can't look at tools, Cyril. Damn it, man. That's my weakness. I love tools. Literally, I used to just buy tools. So many attachments and tools. That thing looks badass.
The next tool I need to get is I need to replace my drill, because I finally smoked my drill. That was fun.
Which one? The new impact or your actual drill?
No, not an actual drill. The drill I got and couldn't get the warranty, and yeah, I smoked it. That was fun. And then I need to get a battery operated skill saw.
I got 2 of them. I just need batteries. Zero vibration sander, $400.
Jesus.
They're snap together to carry everything full battery option. Oh man. Yeah, this thing looks badass. I've never heard of Festool. Huh. I know what I want for Christmas. And I want all the attachments, everything it could possibly come with. So many Oh, see, there you go. Okay, it might be Christmas, a couple of birthdays on top of it. So all the containers snap together for easy carry. Everything has full battery option, Bluetooth, etc. And 0 vibration sound. Yeah, see, I need something like that. That's what I need, some good tools. Lord knows I don't need any more tools, but I always want tools. There's always a use for a tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go and get. They make this dishwasher adjuster, and it. For those who don't know, you have a little bolt on your dishwasher that basically spins to make it level or not. And the way you're supposed to freaking do it is you get it back there, and there's any minor adjustments you need to do. You're supposed to be able to reach under there, grab this ratchet, slot it on there, ratchet it, and it levels it out. I need to go find one of that because we're having a problem with our dishwashers being just a little bit unlevel.
Well, of course we do. They're always unlevel. And Wild Angel says, Crow, come see me. We have cool deals right now, and I can use my discount.
Does Lowe's do Rigid?
Rigid, no. Rigid is a Home Depot product.
That's what I thought.
But you might have to get a better one. Who knows? I just like Rigid because of the warranty.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, go in and give me $18, the broken tool. And I've dropped these tools off like 20-foot drops and shattered them. Taking in all the pieces. Here you go. Here's $18. Come back a week later. I get a brand new tool and my $18 back. Thank you. Have a nice day. Lifetime warranty.
What sold me on it was when I had my impact on my tool belt. And I was doing some kind of stupid acrobatics on the roof. And it fell off my tool belt. Fell off the roof. And the roof's probably 15
about 18 feet.
Okay.
About 18 feet.
Fell off the roof, hit the ground. I was like, oh no. There's my impact. I kind of need that. Should have to buy a new one. Picked it up, pulled the trigger, nothing. I was like, oh no. And I hit it a couple more times, and then the freaking motor spun and shot out all the dust, and it worked fine.
There you go.
I was like, Bridget, sold.
There you go. See? Won't steer you wrong, buddy. So, Sarah says they're definitely the Cadillac of power tools. Yeah. Dude, that is awesome looking. That is a nice setup. So I'm going to have to dig into that more. I'll keep that site up so I can keep an eye on it. So I think we're getting close to the end of it. And there we go. Hey, look. This is what it looks like backstage and a fresh drink. Thank you. So what do you guys think so far? How are you liking the Freaky Fridays? Are you enjoying the conversation? Is there anything that you would like us to cover more of or do more of that maybe we only touched on or didn't dive deep enough into? If so, let us know. Angel says, after 4 repairs, Woe replaced completely. Interesting.
Oh, replaces, okay.
Right. I may have to look in their tools and see what they have. The only thing is I'm not a DeWalt fan. That's one of my biggest things. And just because people pay so much and they burn up in a year and a half, and it's like, okay, now you just throw it away. There's no warranty. It's like, you're done. Or it's like a year warranty or something.
Look at Dan's Sawzall, because he's got the DeWalt Sawzall.
Right.
And I've used it a couple times, and compared to mine, it looks cheap, it feels cheap, and it's just like, and you paid way more. Like, I paid for my Sawzall, and I feel like my Sawzall is infinitely better than yours, and you paid twice as much as me. Yeah.
And I've had my impact drill and Sawzall set for 9 years now. Yeah, same ones. And if anything happens to them, I take them in, get them repaired. And literally, it's great because I took a drill in once. So yeah, it smells burnt, the chuck won't tighten, and the transmission grinds, and there's a crack in the case. Literally, they gave me a brand new tool. They won't just hand you one off the shelf, but they will tear it apart. They'll throw everything away and then rebuild you a brand new one. So here you go. Okay, if that's what you want to do, let's do it. Okay, so Dave Fi says, nah, keep it at anything goes. All right, Dave Fi, thank you for the feedback, brother. Because that's what I want to do. I want to keep it fun. I want to keep you guys entertained. And that's what it's all about. It's just having a ball, being together as a family and a community, and just enjoying the fact that we survived a week. Because, man, I think that is a huge accomplishment. Some days, better than others. And Swideland says Cobalt or Craftsman or a new one I can't remember. Okay, so we'll have to check that out, Wild Angel.
I like Cobalt's like hand tools. I've always liked their hand tools, like their hammers or screwdrivers.
Right.
They've always had really good tools that I've really enjoyed. I had a cobalt hammer for the longest time until Finnegan stole it. Gave it to Floors. Someone from
It's gone.
HVAC stole it from Floors. Then I found it again. And I took it home because everyone was stealing it.
Yep. So it's an ongoing joke, guys. You really have to understand. So I worked at Nashville for over 5 years. In that time frame, I probably went through 20 hammers. Yeah, 20. I kid you not. I painted all my tools pink just so they'd stand out. Nobody would own a pink tool in a construction zone, right? Well, I did. Tape measures. I would go through literally one a week. You start counting up how many tape measures after 8 years I went through, and you could go to the tool crib right there on site and buy them for like $2.50. They take it out of your check. I had to do that at least once a week. And then all of a sudden, Dan was cleaning out his car like 2 months later, and he would bring in this pile of tape measures and drop them in my locker. Like, oh, that's where all my tape measures went. Ongoing. And literally, after I left even, Crow found one of my tape measures. Somebody else was using it. And when you extend it, I wrote on the back of it, Jim L. So I knew it was mine. And yeah, people stole everything. It's crazy. It's not nailed down. Somebody's taking it.
Yep. He's actually gotten a lot better. It's really funny because I give him crap. See, those who don't understand, me and my supervisor Dan live in the same city, Mount Home. So we ride in together because it's kind of a little bit out of the way, so we save money that way on gas. So on the way to work and from work, he is stuck in the car with me for about an hour. So if I'm mad at him, he will sit there and I will give him shit for 30 minutes. So there's been times I've been there, hey, so where's my tape? Oh, you don't know where it is, and just lay into him. So then he'll come back the next day and he's like, I bought you a new tape and I bought me one, so hopefully I don't have to take yours.
Yeah. I think one of the most epic stories is one day I went to get my drill out of my locker, and Dan and I shared a locker side by side. It's a nice big one that we talked about in the previous episode, and it was gone. I'm like, where the hell? And for weeks, literally a month and a half, I looked for this drill, and I was pissed. Somebody stole something out of my locker. What the hell? Dan, where is it? Oh, I don't have it. I never touched it. And he kept saying that over and over. So I went out to Plant 2, and this is when Plant 2 was shut down. Nothing was happening out there, just in the main primary plant. So there's no reason to go out there. I went all the way in the furthest corner, sitting way up on the shelf, right there, was my drill with a real long Phillips bit. And I don't use long Phillips. I use like a 3-inch Phillips bit to do electrical. Dan uses a 12-inch Phillips bit. And my battery that I couldn't find. And something else of mine sitting right next to it. All sitting right there on the shelf, nice and pretty, where it was left. Couldn't believe it. A month and a half later, I carry those in. And I'm like, Dan, guess what I just found in Plant 2? I show my drill, and it's like, my drill. And whatever the other thing was, and I knew it was something that he is the only one who uses. And he's like, well, that wasn't me. I said, Dan, look at the bit on it. I don't use a 12-inch Phillips bit for anything ever. Oh. Maybe I did use it. Huh. Where was it? Told him, he's like, oh, I remember that. Yeah. I could have sworn I put it back, though.
My favorite one was I was working outside in the yard, and for those who know, the yard's this big, huge field where we store our houses to work on later and to prep them for shipping. And I walked to Dan, and I was like, hey, Dan, I set my drill in the house because I went to break, and I come back, and my drill's gone. You haven't seen it, have you? Oh, yeah, I know where it's at. Where is it? I don't want to tell you. Why don't you want to tell me? It's somewhere. Where's somewhere? It's in a house. Which house? I don't want to tell you.
I don't want to tell you. That's great.
Yeah, I made him go and get it out of the house and bring it to me because I was like, where is it? And he wouldn't tell me. I was like, I don't even want to know where it's at. You just go get it.
Do you finally find it?
Oh, yeah, he came back to me pretty prompt in circumstance.
Okay. See, the truth is, he probably had no idea.
Yep, probably.
So, I was trying to get a map of Nashville. It's Google Earth is what I'd have to look up on that. So we'll do that another time. Because we are just about out of time, guys. So I want to say thank everybody for being here. And let's see, Wild Angel says, steal a trick from Serenity. Spray paint. Exactly. You know the funny thing, Wild Angel, even though I had pink tools, they still got stolen. Crow actually found one of my pink hammers later. Do you still have that pink hammer?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Good man. At least somebody got it. Yeah, I would paint my tools hot pink or Hello Kitty pink, actually. So it's like Pepto-Bismol pink. And people would still steal them. It's like, oh my God, really? What kind of construction worker are you stealing pink tools?
I still have a freaking can of that spray paint sitting in my locker because of you.
Good.
Because you freaking left it. And I was like, I'm not going to throw it away. It's going to sit
Well, no,
there
use
forever.
it. At least then if you see a pink tool, you know it's yours or mine. And if it was mine, well, it's now it's yours because I don't need it. I've already replaced it, so we're okay. Now, Sarah says 2 things of mine that always go missing: drop cloths and roller frames. Absolutely. What the hell was with that stuff? Like, are you guys eating them or what? Why is it always missing? Brother, I feel you, man. It's painful.
100%.
Yep. Okay, guys. It has been a pleasure, and I'm happy to be here, and thank you for joining us tonight and being here on this amazing Friday. And every Friday we do this, so make sure to tune in. And as always, the only thing I ever ask is, hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about us, have them stop in. We've got the Rags to Riches on Thursdays, where we teach you everything you want to know about crypto. And in the Discord, we will always answer any question you have. We have some amazingly brilliant people over there. And of course, Freaky Friday is just always about fun and bringing the community together. So thank you, everybody. And Crow, thank you for always being here, my man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course, my pleasure. And shout out to Wild Angel, Dave 5 for always keeping us safe, Syra for always hanging with us, BTK, my man, love it. Always like to see you here. You bonks. See, who am I missing? Mom, thanks for being here. I'm trying to scroll up the chat, see who to thank for stopping in and spending the evening with us. Because putting it simply, guys, if you weren't here with us, we wouldn't have anyone to talk to or anything to do. So thank you for making this a great experience. So as we know, be safe out there right now. The exchanges are getting hacked. So watch out for, was it Uniswap, Trader Joe, or not Uniswap? Spooky Swap. Thank you. Spooky Swap, Trader Joe, and dinner's on the table, she says. Thank you for having dinner ready for me when I get out of here. So guys, everybody, thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend and stay safe out there. And we'll catch you next time. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.